Hi Sagittarius, I'm back with your love reading for the month of July. So first of all, I'm going to start with the singles followed by those in a relationship. I'm also adding an additional card this month, which is the angel card, just to give you a message for the month ahead for you. Remember, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everybody, but for those it does actually reach out for, then take from it what you can and use it as a guide in your life. So with that, let's take a look at your cards. Hello Sagittarius, this is your single love reading for the month of July. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but take from it the bits that it does. I apologise for being late uploading. I have had a really bad throat infection and had no voice basically. So you may have noticed there's an angel oracle card here. This is your overall message for the month of July, and this is the card that flipped out when I was shuffling, so it's focus on service. But we're going to start with looking at your tarot cards. So you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the World upright, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords upright, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So Sagittarius, what's going on for you? So you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, you have just come out of a relationship with someone because despite all the conversations you kept having and the talking, and you talk about your relationship, you just couldn't move forward. You just weren't moving to the next level in your relationship, and you just felt it really wasn't going anywhere. You know, you wanted it to develop further and move further, and you needed to feel that. You needed to feel that you had a future with this person, but it was never really ever going to happen, and you realized that there was no compromise either between the two of you. For some of you, you've got your eye on an earth sign, so Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, but it's just not going to happen because they just don't feel that you are the person they are looking for. They don't feel you have the kind of attributes and qualities that they want in a partner. So if you do have your eye on an earth sign, I think you're going to have to contemplate looking for somebody else because it wouldn't go anywhere. So for your desires in the month of July, you have the World upright. So you do have feelings about somebody. For some of you, you definitely have your eye on somebody, and they're quite great. You feel quite great about this, and you think you could possibly fall in love, and it could be finally coming together with you and this person, whoever it is. Whoever makes you feel really lovey-dovey, then actually you two could be coming together to form a little companionship and a nice little relationship there, because that's what you're wishing for. You want to commit to somebody and they to you. For some of you who are casually dating, then you really like the fact that you are very popular and you're very successful in the dating scene. You do all right because you're very popular and everybody seems to fall at your feet and like you, and this is adding to your confidence and making you feel great. The feelings that you have for your ex, you feel very disappointed and let down by them because it didn't go anywhere. That's going to fade, and all those emotional feelings that you felt, that emotional baggage, is going to be something of the past, and you will move on and you will feel free again from those emotions, and you're going to feel great about that because that's what you need. Right, so for the unexpected for the month of July, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this talks about mid-month blocks. So something's going to happen that's just going to cause something to get stuck or stop. Someone that you like hasn't noticed you, it hasn't moved on to anything romantic, and actually they don't see you in that romantic light, and it goes back to this like earth sign, and it could be this earth sign because this is a Pentacles card again, and this was a Pentacles. So this earth sign that you could have your eye on, again, as I said before, it's not that there's just, you may have a really great friendship, but for relationship sense, they don't see it as anything more. They don't see you in a romantic sense. They don't believe that you would potentially be their romantic love. So you may feel quite shocked by that. you know, because you may get on really well. You know, maybe it's a work colleague, because of it being Pentacles, it could be somebody at work that you really, really like, and you seem to get on really well, but actually the reality is they don't see you as being potential boyfriend, girlfriend material, etc., etc. For some of you, you might have been seeing someone, but you're always having to foot the bill, you know, you're always having to pay, you know, you go out of your way to make that effort financially, you know, and actually this is really starting to grate on you, because actually they earn more money than you, you know, and yet you're the one that seems to be putting in the cash all the time. So that's something to be aware of this month, and that's going to really grate on you, actually, Sagittarius. So you have the Seven of Swords upright for your near future. So this can talk about deceit, and there is somebody in your midst who isn't trustworthy. Now, for some of you, you know, if you are with an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, then, you know, if you have somebody of that star sign that you have just started seeing or something, please do not ignore your instincts. If you feel like they are deceiving you in any way, then they are. You know, they're avoiding something about their life. You know, they're not being trustworthy. You know, and if they're not showing any signs of committing to being your you know, boyfriend girlfriend situation, if they're not showing those signs and they're quite happy to be dating you and messaging other people, then you need to trust those signs, because they're right. You know, it could be that you met them on a dating site and actually you think you two are now going out, and you see that they're still logging onto the dating site, you know, for hours on end in an evening. You know, maybe they're messaging people and flirting with people on Facebook. You know, it can be anything like that, you know, but don't think you're the only one in their life, because you certainly aren't. You know, and you're going to confront them. You'll confront them, because you don't want to be treated that way. You want to know what's going on, and actually they're just going to spin you some lies again, you know, and that's not healthy. You know, you're being the detective this month, checking them out, finding out what are they doing, what are they up to, you know, and when you are doing that, that in itself is unhealthy. If you're spending time researching what they're up to, following them, watching them, you know, it's not good, and those are all the signs you need to walk away. So your future card, you have the Eight of Wands. So you're going to take back control. So, you know, you're going to move on from all this negativeness with people just not quite into you, as they say, or people deceiving you. You know, this whole ex scenario that you had that has left you feeling quite upset and fragile. You know, you're going to take back control. You're going to be stronger for it, Sagittarius, and you are going to move forward. You're going to recognize what you really, really want, and you know you don't want this kind of energy in your life. So you're going to go for the desired direction, and you know you're going to move forward, and that's how you're going to end the month, thinking that you need to start being more positive and not have this crap in your life anymore. You don't want it. So your angel message card for the month is focus on service. So it says your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream, or giving and receiving it in every situation and in all that you do. So, you know, it talks about focusing on your talents and your skills. So maybe that's a good thing. Start getting rid of this negative energy and do the things that make you happy and that you're good at. And also, you know, if you take up a hobby that you've been desiring to do, maybe you might meet somebody through that way. And any worries, and maybe, yes, you feel insecure about dating, but you need to work through those issues, and you know, you need to refocus on more positive thoughts and a more positive direction. You know, use your talents and your personality this month, you know, to win people over. So Sagittarius, I hope to see you in August. Take care in this month of July. Remember, keep strong, keep positive. You know, focus on the things you really enjoy to do, because it will distract your mind from all this negativity around you. And let's hope that August turns out a better month for you. Hello Sagittarius, this is your relationship reading for the month of July. Now, I don't know if you can notice, but there's so many cups here. Look at this. And I've also drawn an angel oracle card, which is your overall message that they want you to hear for this month, and it's law of attraction. So let's run through your cards. You have the 7 of Cups upright, 10 of Cups upright, Queen of Cups upright, 4 of Cups upright, and then last of all the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So what's going on in your relationship with Sagittarius now? You know, there's a lot of cups, so maybe it's a possibility, a strong possibility, that I'm reaching out to those of you where your partner is a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Okay, so 7 of Cups. So how do you feel about your relationship? So you have this 7 of Cups. So for some reason for you see that there's the potential that storms are brewing for the two of you. There's rocky seas are starting to get a little bit choppy. But I don't know why, because they get the 10 of Cups for you, which is really positive. But for some reason your perception of the relationship is that you think they like to be single and free. You know, maybe you feel that they're not fully committed to you and that they would like the single life, and this is the thoughts that are going around in your mind. Maybe you feel like you have to do things that you don't feel comfortable doing for your partner just to keep them interested in you. Whatever that is, whether it's that you feel like you always have to pamper them, or whether you feel you have to do things in the bedroom that you don't feel quite comfortable doing. Maybe you feel like they're pushing the boundaries and you have to do it because you feel like, well, they're my partner, they're my husband, you know, they're my girlfriend. You know, for you, that you definitely feel that you're not on an equal, that it's almost like the scales are tipped one way for you and one way for them. There's an imbalance there between the two of you. It could be also to do with money. You know, there could be issues of an imbalance in the money. Maybe you feel you earn too much and that they're take. But it's almost like there's something about them you don't trust their intentions. It's just why they're with you. Those are the sort of feelings that this card can represent. So your partner gets the 10 of Cups. Now, this is actually a really good card. You know, for how they see you in the relationship, for them, they're happy. You know, they feel very fulfilled by this relationship. They don't really have any doubts about you, Sagittarius, because they feel that you're very compatible. You work really well as a couple together. You bounce off each other really well. And for those of you that aren't married, then for them, they are contemplating the next step in your relationship. So whether they're going to pop the question or moving a wedding date forward, you're talking about children and babies, you know, for them, they are contemplating that next step. They're very much in love with you. So I don't know why you have these doubts about them, unless it's your own insecurities because of something that's happened to you previously, or maybe they've got a checkered history that makes you a little bit suspicious of them. That could be what's going on. So you have the Queen of Cups. So this is what's going on in your relationship now. So you have the Queen of Cups. So this talks about, you know, you're in harmony. You know, there's a really good balance. It's all good. You're very much in love, and yeah, maybe you do love them, but maybe you don't trust it. That's the problem. You may be feeling suspicious about something. There's something that you feel isn't right. Despite all this love, there's so much love, but for you, you're just unsure about something. But they actually do love you for you. They love you for you and not for any other reason, if that's what you're thinking. So, what your relationship needs, you have the 4 of Cups upright. So, this is kind of ironic because this actual card can mean that you are actually finding it difficult to accept all this love. There's so much love that your partner gives you, and you know, there's so much, maybe it's romance, maybe it's too much romance and you're not comfortable with it, you know, but you find it really hard to believe this is happening. Or maybe there's, you know, it could be multiple reasons, but all this love that your partner gives you and all the romance or the attention they give you, you know, maybe it actually makes you bored. Maybe you just feel like, oh, this is just too much, you know. Sometimes too much of a good thing can be too much, and maybe you're like, oh, blimey. You know. And again, this card can make you, so for some of you, I think for those of you who, like I said, who aren't married, maybe some of you are wondering why they haven't popped the question yet. Why haven't they, you know, moved things to the next level? And you're wondering that, and maybe that's feeding your insecurities as well. Maybe that's making you feel like you have to do things to keep them entertained and attracted to you. But you know, they're thinking about it because it says so in the card. So it's got to be right, hasn't it? So your future is the reverse Six of Pentacles. Now, this actually represents a block in happiness. So I think you're going to kind of explode in some way and just say, whoa, stop, it's too much. What's going on? So something's going to happen towards the end of July that, you know, it's going to halt in some way. There's going to be a block in it, and there could be as well, because this is a Pentacles card, there could actually be issues to do with money or finances. Maybe you're actually going to have a good old conversation and say, hey, I'm not happy about something to do with money and our financial situation, or to do with spending. Maybe they're spending too much money and you really don't like that. Maybe you earn more money and they're spending the money, and you know, maybe you feel a little bit used or taken for granted. So you're going to confront that issue in the future. So that's what's going on. But rest assured, they love you for you and nothing else. And yes, they might be a bit over the top with showing you in romantic sense, and maybe they do want to try all sorts of things in the bedroom with you that you don't feel comfortable with, but it's purely because they want to do everything with you and try everything with you, you know, because that they love you, and there's nothing sinister in that. So with that, you have the law of attraction for your oracle card. So I'll just read you what it says on the card. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So, you know, this card talks about it. I mean, it's telling you, you know, your thoughts, you need your thoughts to be about what you want to attract and what your desires are. So maybe you do want them to tone it down, and that's going to happen, because you can see that's going to happen. Whatever that card means from you, take from it what you will. Anyway, I don't think this is a bad reading at all. I think it's really your perception of things and how you view things, and maybe you feel a little bit suffocated with all this romance and love, and or you're just not used to it, or you're overwhelmed with it. Multiple reasons there, but there's definitely love all around you, and that's a good thing, really. Anyway, take care, Sagittarius. I look forward to seeing you in the month of August. Bye.